Good day, everyone. My name is Mr. Prince Jomer Narciso. So for today's video, I'm able to discuss one of my assigned topic entitled Roles Played by these Technological Advancements as well as Ethical Dilemmas Faced by these Technological Advancements. So my first topic that I will discuss is all about the roles played by these technological advancements. So before I proceed to the formal setup of discussion, let me read first the following learning objectives. Okay, learning objectives. Discuss the real functions and significance played by the occurrences of technological science and advancement in the Philippines. Number two, identify and apply practical ways related to science and technology in the Philippines. Okay, next. Okay. So what I need to know, television sets, mobile phones, and computers or laptops all have different functions and roles played in the lives of the people. Although some may be a little similar, these roles have become so essential that people, more specifically Filipinos, they develop a strong inclination towards technology and product. So we all know that technology has always been the product of science. In fact, throughout the years, different inventions and machines have been developed by our scientists and established worldwide, just like Mr. Adam Osborn, who invented the laptop in 1981. Another mathematician, an inventor named Mr. Charles Babbage, who created computers, and Mr. Martin Cooper, who created cell phones, and also Mr. Philo Farnsworth, who invented television. This is the reason television, mobile phones, computers, and laptops emerge and all have diverse purposes and responsibilities in people's lives. In particular, Filipinos have developed a strong affinity for technology and goods because these positions really bring a prominent factor and significant differences to us nowadays, not just for our own pleasure, but for our entire being as individuals. To be able to check ourselves how technology practically affects our existence and change our lives today, let's dip our mind and knowledge about the roles played by this technological advancement. Okay, so these are the roles played by this technological advancement across people worldwide. Number one, television is mainly used as a platform for commercials and information dissemination. In fact, television remains the most used avenue by different advertising companies, not only in the Philippines, but also all over the world. Various advertising companies trust that television is still one of the most used technological devices for entertainment purposes today. So, meaning the major purposes of television are for advertising and informational purposes. Not just here in the Philippines, but all around the world. In fact, television expanded to be the most popular medium for advertising corporations. Many advertising firms believe that one of the most popular modern technical entertainment products is still television. Some some great examples of other advertisement and endorsing products on television are Jollibee, KFC, McDonald's, Dove conditioner, Milo, Enervon, Colgate, Coco Crunch, and Nescafe coffee. These television commercials are critical to higher level companies and upper management's efforts to create more effective promotional materials. Yet these advertisements were designed to attract more consumers and persuade a wider audience to buy their products. That is how television commercials generates a large income and salary practically all over the world. Okay. The pictures attached to these slides are examples of advertisement and informational materials. Okay, just like breaking news on the TV, we all know that having break news on the television is very practical and important since news, current events, and historical programming can help us human endeavors become more aware and more cautious about our weather conditions. Um, Also government attributions and societal background. In some cases, we can associate more important values and life lessons through TV, television drama, such as 100 Days to Heaven, House of Cards, and Game of Thrones. Moreover, through television, we can learn more about significant historical events and factual documentaries that occurred in the Philippine history, just like the life of Jose Rizal, or even the emergence of the KKK, or even the life of Apolinario Mabini. Okay, next. Okay, another roles played by this technological advancement is number two. Mobile phones have also their own roles in the lives of the people. They are primarily used for communication. Mobile phones offer services like texting and calling. Okay. During the mid 90s and 2000s, mobile phones were extremely popular. My father told me back when he was a teenager, he would buy a Nokia 6300 just to text romantic messages to his girlfriend, who is now my mother. When I hear this story, I was really glad that instead of delivering letters, they use mobile phones for romantic pleasure at that time. And they prefer using a mobile phone because it is faster and convenient for them to view messages and make better calls. And it's more efficient than ever before. Okay. So these pictures, as you can see, these pictures indicate that the mobile phone is primarily a huge asset for communication because it creates a meaningful space of appreciation, happiness, comfort, and peace to our loved ones. In other words, mobile phones foster harmonious connections with other people, which we have treasured and cherished throughout our lives. So that is the significance of mobile phone. Okay. Number three, in the present, people use their mobile phones to surf the internet and to take pictures more than to text or to call people. This is the reason why more people all over the world prefer to buy smartphones over the old models where such features are not available. Okay. In the present time, millennials are more capable of enjoying the power and influence of mobile phones. We've upgraded and become accustomed to the fuel and progressive factor of the internet. As far as I can observe, mostly we use online websites like Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter in order to communicate and upload images quickly. The next logical step is to express our admiration and affection for the person we've inspired and adored by clicking like or even sharing our hearts with them in engaging and being sociable by expressing comments and reactions to the one with whom we've been connected for so long. We can create more interesting vlogs, by surfing the internet, and sometimes we can gain more subscribers that lead us to fame and prosperity because of the emergence of internet. Okay, so in this illustration, it is concluded that we can click and capture images that bring amazing memories we've shared and printed out throughout our lives. Okay, so can you imagine yourself experiencing these life-giving experiences? Absolutely. You are truly blessed if you have witnessed these trends in embracing the beautiful masterpiece of science and technology. That's how technology practically works and changes our lives today. Okay. Number 4. Okay. Personal computers and laptops have a variety of useful functions in everyday life, particularly when doing homework in school and working at a job. Okay, so I'll give you here an example. One great example here is when our teacher assigned us to conduct research for our homework on how do humans transmit language. Okay, through the use of our laptops, we can deepen our knowledge by gathering more significant data, factual studies, and credible sources related to how humans transmit particular languages. Is it incredible and wonderful if we use our laptops for academic purposes? Yet through laptops, we can explore and discover more about the hidden truths of science, the hidden truths of history, the hidden truths of chemistry, and also we can associate the hidden truths of language and the emergence of technology because of computers and laptops. Okay, as you can see in the slide, the pictures there, you will notice that some employees and online workers do use personal laptops and computers for their conferences and business reports. Hence, one great example here is my aunt. Practically speaking, she was a call center agent for a Belgian company. Yet she is working from home in the Philippines. Okay, nothing more, nothing less. She is professionally comfortable doing her job. Through her personal laptop, she can maximize her skills and knowledge about the way she assists and handles her foreign client from abroad by using Google Zoom. In my personal perspective, I can say that science and technology really captivate and change people's lives enormously when they do online jobs. Okay. And lastly, for young people and players who love to play different computer games, personal computers or laptops are really the better choice because they allow them to play with comfort and convenience. Okay, laptops or personal computers are really the superior option for young peoples and gamers who enjoy playing various computer games because they enable them to play in comfort and ease. Many workers, okay, next. Okay. Many workers nowadays experience stress and anxiety as a result of a severe workload, job uncertainty during pandemic, and confrontations with their coworkers or managers. And this stress eventually results into burnout and angerness. The majority of workers don't have a good work-life balance. So they spend a lot of time in front of computers through playing online games. They can totally concentrate on the games because they don't have to think about their jobs while doing this. Adults who practice this can reduce their stress. For some instances, many individuals give their time playing games in their own homes without spending a lot of money, which they purchase a specific gaming components. As a result, playing video game is a great way for them for grown-ups to unwind and to become, fun. In addition, they can chat with other people while playing computer games. This may be yet another method for easing the tension brought on by their jobs. Employees cannot socialize with many individuals because they always interact with the same people in their small work environment. So adults can meet a lot of new people online and virtually communicate with them while they play games. And also they talk about their daily lives, friendships, families, and future plans in addition to their jobs because of playing mobile games or online games. Some people have even met offline and develop close relationship because of playing online games. So through playing online games, people like this in the picture, they can lessen their tension by playing computer games respectively. Okay, next. Okay. So let's now proceed to the ethical dilemmas faced by this technological advancement. Okay, next. Okay. Things that I need to examine. We all know that these technological devices are useful and beneficial. The fact it remains that there are several dilemmas faced by these necessities. Okay. So these are the ethical dilemmas faced by this technological advancement. So number one, first, most parents would argue that these devices make their child lazy and unhealthy. This is because of the fact that people who are fixated on this technological advancement starts and end their day by using such devices. These people have a great tendency to become unhealthy because they don't just skip meals sometimes, but also lack of exercise or any bodily movements. Okay. Okay. So here are the pictures. These pictures illustrates unhealthy teenagers and kids. Yeah, these images are an important reminder to our parents that these gadgets like computer, mobile phones, laptops really cause their kids to become unmotivated and unhealthy. This is because those who are obsessed with these technological breakthroughs use such devices to begin and end their days. People tend to become ill not just um, because they skip meals occasionally, but also because they don't move their bodies or engage in any physical activity. That results to malnourish, or even binge disorder, extreme headache, and fever for worse. So for that reason, we must limit the things that will really destroys our health. Okay, next, let's proceed to number two. Another dilemma faced by these technological devices is the moral dilemma. People, especially the children who are not capable yet rationally deciding for themselves what is right and wrong, are freely exposed to different things in mobile phones and computers. Okay, excuse me. Because of the availability and easy access to the internet, they can just easily search the web and go to different websites without restrictions. Okay. So in these cases, strong parental guidance is advised. Parents must be cautious and vigilant by setting family guidelines and strict rules to discipline their children conservatively in order to prevent this kind of awareness of sexual addiction. In some cases, um, some people rant about different offensive words posted by our enemies on Facebook instead of speaking foul words verbally and insulting someone virtually in the meeting. We must not do that unprofessional thing, but rather we must be cautious, gentle, and value the act of professionalism because we are teachers. Always keep in mind that we are teachers and it's our main duty and responsibility to uphold the values we instill for our students in the near future. So these are the images that depicts the negative influence of technology. Arguing someone in Facebook, opening restricted websites like porn, Vivamax on Facebook, or even in RedTube, which which seriously leads to moral sin and temptation. Okay, next. So this is why the ethics of responsibility is an appropriate theory that can be used in these dilemmas. Always remember that the word responsibility is the sense of being accountable for and accountable to, is very appropriate to the ethics of technology because it makes each and every person in the scientific technological development a proxy with reference to one another. In other words, each person or each of us must indicate the priority, value, norms, and principles that constitute the ground for one's action and defines one's contribution to the scientific technological event. The ethics of responsibility focuses on the positive rather than negative. Instead of asking what ought not to be allowed, ask yourself what ought to be allowed. To put in another way, people who are part of the scientific development ought to let the public know the good in their respective technological contributions. To put in another way, people who are part of the scientific development ought to let the public know the good in their respective technological contributions. In this way, the people will have an idea how the devices ought to be used in order to maximize their positive results. So as a teacher, it is our responsibility. We must apply the the theory of responsibility because it is the way for us to become cautious and vigilant for the students uh, to reduce against negativities by using mobile phones, laptops, and computers because all those things have a negative consequence. That is why ethics of responsibility is suitable to this case. Okay. Before I end this discussion, let me read this inspirational quote came from Jacques Fresco. He said that the intelligent use of science and technology are the tools with which to achieve a new direction. Okay, these are all the references wherein I get this entire information. So that would be all, everyone. Thank you for listening and may God bless us all. Bye.